Hi guys, so today I want to talk to you about cashback properties and why. Because during this lockdown or MCO period, we believe it has greatly impacted a lot of businesses in terms of their cash flow or liquidity. So a lot of clients come calling at us after seeing a lot of ads in social media that states zero down, and besides zero down you still get a sum of cash, which is all the cashback properties. So they are curious about what is the ultimate cash behind all these cashback properties. So today we will try our level best to show you what exactly is a cashback properties and what's the cash. So first thing first, what is a cashback properties is generally and typically leftover units, and it has been on the market at least 1 to 2 years or sometimes more. So in order for the seller to sell, the seller will try to sweeten the deal with the buyer by offering him or her the cash on hand. Now, how can we do this? Very simple, by just selling the current market value of the property to you at a future value. So this is a typical scenario on how it would look like. So let's just say you're being offered a cashback for 500,000, which is a current market value. So in order for you to have your cashback on hand, they will need to sell it to you at a future value, and let's just put it at 800,000 in this case. Now, assuming that your loan approved at 90%, so what you do is you take the 90%, which is the 720,000, minus of the current market value, which will then be collected by the seller, and the difference will then be your cashback, which is 220,000 as your cashback. Now, what is the cash? Let's just say you're buying this property at 2020, and the cash is that you're buying the property on a big hope, hoping that it will definitely appreciate over time. Now, this is one of the big cash, all right, because to most people say all properties price will appreciate twice the value in 10 years. Now let's just fast forward to 2030. What if it doesn't? Now, these are some of the steps that we can help determine whether is this a good or a not so good cashback property. Now let's do a real case scenario here, and all these are true, but because of sensitivity issue, we have to label it as property A condominium. And today you're being offered an SPA price of 892,100 for 1,550 square feet, and they are giving you a rebate of 30%. So if I were to take 892,000 times 30% minus all the 10% as down payment, so you get at least approximately about 180,000 as your cashback. Get 20% there. Then if you're not taking any form of cashback, you're buying the property at this net price, we're looking at 624,470. Now the closest we can get to actually determine whether is this a good buy or a not so good buy is by looking at the past transacted data. So what we did is we churned out the transacted data specifically for this condominium, 1,550 square feet, November 2016 to December 2019. Now this is what we get. Altogether, we're looking at 2 transactions across approximately 2 years. Now, at 2017, it got transacted at 700,000, which is okay. But in 2019, it got transacted at 477,900 ringgit. Now, there is a lot of factoring all these prices, but we're not going into that part as for this video. But let's just look at the trend line. Okay, so in short, if you're being offered this project as a form of cashback specifically for this size, it is not a very good bet, right? But one thing we find extra is if you're being offered another unit in the same project but a different size, 1,000 to 1,250 square feet, this is what we have discovered is actually not so bad. All right, putting in the same rebate at 30%, and this is the recorded transaction market trend line for the 1,250. So this can actually somehow conclude if you're being offered a cashback property, it's best that you do at least some transactional data research. Now let's just do another one before we wrap it up. Now this is property B condominium, same thing, SPA 695,550 ringgit, but this is 7% lesser than the first one. It's actually rebated to you at 23%. But so the net price right now we are looking at 533,535. And the same thing that we're going through, this is the transactional data. 13 transactions from January 2019 to October 2019. Guys, this is just 10 months approximately. And by looking at all the transacted price on our file, right, nothing goes below 550,000. And this is how the recorded transaction will look like from January 2019 to November 2019. Wow. In a nutshell, if you're being offered something like this, it's actually not too bad. By looking at it, you can almost immediately flip. But guys, again, we have to disclaim, all these are just the very basic determination factor to help determine whether is it a good buy or it's a not so good buy if you're being offered a cashback properties. Of course, there is a lot of other factors to factor in as well. And there you go guys, we hope that this video has helped you in one way or another in determining cashback properties moving forward. And as we said, those are the very basic determination factors. There are a lot more factors such as negative, positive gearing, the location, sizes, the cashback rebate, how long it has been on the market, and who is the developer, and so on and so forth. So if you have any question, any feedback, we want you to know that we welcome every single one of them. You may just comment below and we will try to reply as much as we can. And with that, we'll see you guys in the next video. And maybe let us know what you want to know about property in the comment below as well. Alright, thank you so much and see you guys in the next video.